day to you, Kennedale, and this is the next edition of Kennedale News Video Edition. Coming up, we have a special guest, Marco Flores, but first, a word from our sponsor, Sprinkler Repair of Texas. If your sprinkler's broken, they can fix it. Check out their commercial.
Hey, is your sprinkler broke? We can fix it. Sprinkler Repair of Texas.com.
Sprinkler Repair of Texas, www.sprinklerrepairtexas.com. Go check those guys out. They know everything that there is to know about sprinkler repair irrigation systems. As I said, I have a special guest today. I have Mr. Marcos Flores, a senior at Kennedale High, class of 2020. What an interesting year for your seniors. Definitely something memorable. They always said that the year 2000, they'll be most memorable, because they're the year 2000 class kind of thing. But I think you guys beat them, even the class of the 2001 class. So what's your feelings about that right now?
So as of with everything going on, so yeah, okay, guys, my name is Marcos Flores. I know Jeff introduced me, but let me just introduce myself as well. Just with everything going on, I feel like everyone has to go through it. So instead of looking at the negatives, instead of being I guess passive, I guess just be proactive and just I would say look in the positives and all the negatives. So instead of just I guess laying around, I'm still trying to do my work and I'm just trying to grow as a person. So I just think it's a really good opportunity to grow as a person.
So the reason why we have Marcos on the show today is that he actually recently got a huge grant through his work, Chik-fil-a, and we'll talk about that in a second. I just want to introduce you to some man. Now, we met earlier this year when I restarted the Interact Club at the high school, and then I grew to find out that you actually do a lot of things around the high school, and you're a straight A student, you're an honor roll student, all these stuff. So why don't you just give us a little brag session about your last couple of years in Kennedale
All right.
and what you've done.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. So, yeah, you're right. I try my best to be involved in the school, not just because to look good for colleges, but just because I genuinely enjoy it. So, for sure, I would say I've been playing high school soccer all 4 years. I ran cross country for 3 years. I decided not to run my last year just because I wanted to put all my focus towards soccer. I'm the Spanish club president. I've done National Spanish Honor Society. I was a secretary, and I was a member of Key Club, member of National Honor Society, and as you said, the founder, you were our sponsor for Interact Club. Just for those who don't know what Interact Club is, it's kind of the youth version of Rotary Club. And Jeff, he was our sponsor. He's a fellow member of the Kennedale Rotary. So we used to have Interact at Kennedale a long time ago before even I was in high school. But some people came, my teacher, Miss Thacker, shout out to Miss Thacker. She told me, hey, we're thinking about starting Interact Club. And then so I want you to be in it, Marcus. So I just saw it as an opportunity. Hey, why not help out the community, have fun with it? The next thing I know, I got voted. We had really quick elections and I was president. So, I'm very grateful and blessed that people saw me, gave me that opportunity. And some other things I do is I also play club soccer. I've been playing club soccer since the age of 8. So I would say soccer has always been really close to my heart, and I'm really going to miss that. And I really miss not being able to finish the season.
My understanding is you're pretty good too.
I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to sound like that. I just know I practice a lot. I really love the sport.
That's good. And are you going to be, we'll get to that later where you're going to go for college. But so that was your resume at school. And you were also, like you said, the president of the Interact Club. You did all this stuff, Honor Society, student athlete. That's amazing. And then what else? You also work, correct?
Oh, yes, sir. So actually, it was the summer of my sophomore year, just because my family comes, we're more of a low income family. So we just without working, I need to work. So it just helps support the family. So
sure.
Like I said, my summer of after sophomore year, I started off as a classified Subway sandwich artist because that sounds cooler. So I was there for about half a year. I enjoyed it at first, didn't really enjoy it. So I saw there was a new Chick-fil-A opening close to the Kennedale High School, right by off Sublet. And I don't know, my mom just told me about it, hey, they're having open applications. I'm and just the time wasn't really enjoying my other job. So I was hey, this is a perfect opportunity. So next thing I know, I get after 3 interviews. So it's it wasn't an easy process, but after 3 interviews, I finally got the job at Chick-fil-A, and just the rest is I wouldn't say history because I still want to be with Chick-fil-A's, but it's honestly changed my life for the better. I just love everyone, just what it's done for me. I love it.
That's good. So you're a hard worker, good student athlete, and that's all culminated to something that happened, 2 months ago now?
2 months ago for the scholarship.
Yep, for the scholarship.
Let's see the scholarship. I would say yeah, roughly around like 2 months ago, I was awarded the scholarship.
So it was, and this is not just like in the state. This was on a national level. Anybody who works for Chick-fil-A, you were so many that got selected for this $25,000 scholarship, correct?
Yes, sir. So it's actually, yeah, you're correct. So it's 12 people chosen across the country. So first off, you have to put in an online application. It's like, and with the application, you just list like your extracurriculars, you list kind of like your leadership, what you've done for the community. And then the difference, so Chick-fil-A has a 25,000 one, which is to only 12 people across the nation. And they have a $2,500 scholarship, which is I believe like 60, 100 people get that one across. So like they're both really hard to get, but like one's like on a different level than the other. And the difference is like you got to show your like leadership, credibility, like so many factors, like your character. And as in for the $25,000 scholarship, you also got to show like I guess like you overcame adversity and like you need the money. As in like I told you before, my family's like we're very low income. Like
Sure.
they're both my parents were from Mexico and they came here, so as like if everything goes well and hopefully it does, I'll be the first in my family to go to college. So yes, sir.
I was the first in my family to finish a 4-year degree from my father's side of the family. My brother finished his 2-year degree, but I'm the first to get this full bachelor degree. So I can relate to you totally with that. Well, on my mother's side, they're all, they got law degrees, and but my father's side, I was the first generation to go all the way. So I can relate to that. Okay, so you went to Atlanta. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that to accept the reward?
All right. So first off, it started off as like they totally surprised all of us. So I remember my operator. For those who don't know what like an operator is, like Chick-fil-A called them, or the Chick-fil-A called them operators. It's pretty much like a franchisee's owner. Like they have their own stores. So
Yeah,
my operator, her name is Tiffany Hassler. She owns
Tiffany.
both the Sublet and the Little Road store.
Yeah, I know Tiffany.
So she came in one day. She doesn't usually come in. She came in on my shift, and I was thinking like I always get. I'm not scared of my operator, but just knowing her authority,
The owner's here. Wipe
like
this
the owner's
table
just
down fast.
was like, oh shoot, I can't play around anymore. She could fire me on the spot. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not like that, but yeah. So then next thing I know, like I'm scared she's there. Next thing I know, she needs to talk to me. In my mind, I was thinking it was the moment
What
like I
did I
broke my
do?
finger from a soccer game. So like I was working with a broken finger and I had a cast and everything. I was thinking she was gonna tell
Yeah.
me, "Oh, Marcos, you can't work anymore. It's like a danger." So so then she tells me then we're talking. And she tells me I was selected to be part of a panel discussion board, as in like for the ideal team player, ideal team member. And I was just thinking, and then next thing I know, she says, "Hey, like, hey, we'll take you to Atlanta." In my mind, I'm thinking, "Wait, am I paying for this?" And then no, she's like, "No, it's fully paid and everything." So I just remember after she left, after she left, I was just like over the moon, like I was just so excited. So yeah, that's how it started off. And the next thing I know, I think it was the last day of school it was the last day of school. She picked me up, her and her right hand woman, her name is Jess. So she works right under my operator.
Hmm.
They picked me up from school. It's like the last day, like I said, last day before we got out for spring break.
Spring break, yeah.
And then they take me to the airport and everything. Like it's the first time I was on a plane too. So it's like, it's a really cool experience. I really did enjoy it. So then we arrive at Atlanta and then we got to stop at this really nice hotel and then they were just treating us so nice. And then when I walk into my hotel room, there's a Chick-fil-A bag. It has my name. I was thinking like, oh wait, they're really treating us nice. I was like, it was just
VIP
really
in
cool.
Atlanta.
Honestly, I felt like VIP. I felt like one of those rappers. You know how you hear rappers go to Atlanta? I felt like that. So I had that confidence. So
I totally
so it
understand.
was
I
like,
actually lived in Atlanta for a long time in my early 20s, so I can totally relate.
yeah, let me say that too. Atlanta is really nice. Like I love the
Oh yeah.
atmosphere, just the weather. It was just, I loved it. So the next day, so we get to their first day. It was like a 2-day trip. I believe we got there Friday. We're at the hotel. Then I go out to eat with my operator and a right hand woman. We will go out to eat for food. It was really good. And then the next day is like when we had a whole itinerary. So I remember they took us to so for those who don't know, Chick-fil-A corporate is actually located in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. So that's the whole reason why we went there.
It started in Georgia as a dwarf house.
Oh yeah, it was right. So the next thing I know, they take us to Chick-fil-A corporate. Like there's a bus that pulls up to our hotel, and it's like, and I see other team members. Like, so we had to wear like uniforms. They gave us uniforms and names like to wear, so it looks like you're a Chick-fil-A worker. So I remember like going there for eating breakfast in the morning and just seeing the other people with like their team member shirts. I like, I won't say I got scared, but I was like, whoa, like they were chosen here as well, just like me. It's like, so they're like, not saying other people are the not the real deal, but like they were the real deal. Like there's a reason why they got chosen. It just, I felt so honored to be a part of that. So next thing I know, they take all of us on a bus with their operators to Chick-fil-A corporate. Oh my gosh, I love Chick-fil-A corporate. Just I just see,
Mhm.
it was just really
Was there
cool.
like Chick-fil-A sandwiches everywhere and chicken nuggets that you just dip and
Unfortunately, there was not any food, but just like if you think about Chick-fil-A workers at any store,
oh
that's
yeah.
how the Chick-fil-A corporate workers were as well. Like they were just really nice. They wanted to help us and everything. So next thing I know, we go into this one room, like we get our pictures taken and everything. And then, and just granted, like none of us, we all still think we're just doing a panel discussion only. So then they start asking us like, what do you think the ideal team player, like ideal team member is going to look like in the future? Because it's always changing and everything, like with technology. So they gave us like a PowerPoint. This one really important guy in Chick-fil-A, I don't remember his name, but he was really up there. They were just asking us. I remember like they even asked us like, what do you think about Chick-fil-A University? Like it was really cool. Like the things we were talking about. It wasn't like, it wasn't basic. It was like really like, it was different, which I enjoyed. So next thing I know, after we're done with that, they say we're going to the panel discussion. So they take all of us to this one, like in the middle, like it's like Chick-fil-A corporate, so it's like 4 or 5 stories tall. So they take us like in the middle of it, and the next thing I know, we're sitting down. We see the CEO of Chick-fil-A, Dan Cathy, up there, like the CEO of Chick-fil-A. Like to me, that like just I was mind blown. It's like he's like he's like the face of Chick-fil-A.
Hmm.
So they all so there's chairs for us to sit, and there's like 12 of us. So we all sit down and just like we all give an introduction and everything. I remember I was like just saying, like my name is Marcos Flores. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, and my operator's Tiffany Hassler, and just yeah, just everything like that. So he was just talking to us and everything. He never really asked us like I guess a question. He just asked for an introduction. The next thing I know, he's talking to us about like these are moments where people's lives change. And then the moment he said that, that's when I had the feeling in my mind, like maybe I got the top, like the $25,000 scholarship.
Oh, you're like, okay, something suspicious here now.
It was. I wasn't suspicious until he said that. So let me. I don't think I letting you. I didn't let you know yet, Jeff. But it's always been a dream of mine to get the $25,000 scholarship.
That's nice.
I remember looking at the winners like from the past year. I remember even talking to one of my team members. So or she's a really good friend of mine. I work with her. Her name's Jenna. Like we were saying, like I was thinking about withdrawing my application just because I just didn't think it was adequate enough to win the 25,000 one. Just I read about the winners last year. I was so obsessed, and I don't know. I just didn't think I was gonna get it. So I was like, maybe I'll get it next year. So, but I ended up not withdrawing it. I just kept it. And then so back to the story. Dan Cathy's like, this is where lives change, and he's like, I'm here to let y'all know that y'all just won a $25,000 scholarship, and just everyone's face, the 12 people, including me, myself, we just we were like so happy. Like I remember a lot of us were crying. It was just oh, and then confetti started falling, music started playing, and just all the Chick-fil-A corporate workers were there, like 5 stories worth of Chick-fil-A corporate workers, and the same energy that a Chick-fil-A worker, you could say, right across the street, it came from the corporate workers. So it was just like it's gonna be a moment I'm never gonna forget in my life. Like I'm always gonna remember it. Just everything they've done for me, and just I can't wait to give back to them. So yeah, that's probably my experience.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Congratulations, by the way. That's definitely something to dream about and wish
Appreciate it, Jeff.
for, and you deserve it. Absolutely deserve it. And we just, like I said, I wanted to celebrate you in that achievement. I mean, that's huge. If I had $25,000, it would have took me 10 years to get my 4-year degree. So I hope this helps you along your way, and you can get it in 5 maybe. um,
Of
so
course.
where are you gonna go? Where you've committed to
So
anywhere?
if y'all couldn't tell by the shirt,
UT.
I decided to go to the University of Texas at Austin.
And what are you gonna major in?
So it's still up in the air. I for sure want to be in like I say the business field. So my mindset right now is I want to major in accounting. So when I go in Austin, I still want to work at a Chick-fil-A just so I can work my way up. The leadership program just works to become an operator, and then just having an accounting degree just for stability. So once I'm done, I could either choose to work at Chick-fil-A corporate or if I still want to stay at a store. So it's like I just want to have like the people what everyone tells me like having options is like the most important thing. So I'm just trying to keep my options open.
Sure, absolutely. And you never know where life just kind of brings you or where the Lord kind of leads you. So I definitely started off in life in a different aspect and ended up doing the Kennedale News. So
Hmm.
you just never know what God's gonna has in hand for you. So again, congratulations and good luck to it. You're definitely a good example of Kennedale Strong, and we're all proud of you. And go out there and show them what Kennedale residents are made of.
All right, appreciate it, Jeff. Thank you for having me. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to interview me. I'm happy I got to share my experience with you and like the whole town of Kennedale, hopefully. So thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you. And then thank you to all you for turning in and tune us in next time as we do another interview. And if you have any interview ideas, reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to consider it.